Y'all know what it is, man. Shit, Snack Can TV, man.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. First down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll give it to Mixon. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
This time Burrow will look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase
from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Play action. It's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action now. Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020. 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point.
That will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brandon Stevens there on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27,
Burrow. He will find his man Chase, complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Burrow. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Will Fuller, 77 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go play action with Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On one, ready?
First down, Mixon. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Odafe Oweh came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. It's Burrow. Here's the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly they're still short for 4th.
I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. McPherson's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that, but in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. Now he's flushed out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Brandon Wilson to return it. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run with Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 8. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Play action. Flush. Now Burrow loses the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And got his man complete. And all the way
touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. That will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 29, Burrow looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Burrow going for it on 4th. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is caught inside the 5.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Every time you just gotta know when to fold them.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And when to hold them. Send him down.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On first down, Mixon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Here we go.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
11, Thomas. 12, 12, 12. No.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On 3rd and 1, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon.
What type of shit is this, man? What the fuck going on?
38.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. He finds his target. It's Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw.
That bitch, man.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard
Running with this
line.
nigga for like he's crazy.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, my God,
If they
man.
pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Bengals drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore
This is about to hit,
touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 14 yards. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Lock up.
Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his
All
guys
that
a
bullshit
tackle
when you
advantage.
bullshit ass.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We prepared for it. We are prepared for it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Burrow. And this is intercepted. And that
Run the route for him. Run the route for him.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They'll roll him out right. He lets this one fly.
Where is? Come on, boy. Come on.
And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Come on.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Yeah, they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. It's Burrow. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well
to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking
Really up
advantage.
there trying.
And one of the whistles for a
I'm gonna
timeout.
get this shit over with, man.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That nigga scary. Oh my God.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
shit. This nigga really...
Would you like those hard or soft?
I don't want it.
Okay, sounds good.
I ain't doing this.
Medium or large, clear curly fries with that? Okay.
Fries.
Would you like to try the new Daddy Six Sauce?
What?
Sounds like a warm, salty glaze. Use it on the two buns. Okay. And to wash it all down, we offer the large Magnum Rainbow Slurpee. Will that complete your order?
I got no string fries, like regular buns. I ain't gay. So.
That's just too bad. We won't have the string fries in until next month. So is that all for you, sir?
Yeah, that's all for me.
All right, pull around to the second window. It'll be wide open for you. Thanks for being brave.
All right, thank you.
Happy Pride Month. Welcome to Burger King. Would you like to try the new Pride Burger? We have 2 bun options, 2 tops, or 2 bottoms.
I'm gonna take the 2 bottoms.
Oh, shit. This nigga really...
Would you like those hard or soft?
No, I don't want no hard buns. I think that's too soft.
Okay, sounds good.
I ain't doing this.
Medium or large, queer curly fries with that?
Medium square fries.
Gay
Okay.
fries, like...
Would you like to try the new Daddy Six Sauce?
What?
What is that?
Sounds like a warm, salty glaze. It's thick and white. You can skeet it on the 2 buns.
Skeet it on
I'm
the bun.
gonna just take the regular sauce.
Okay. And to wash it all down, we offer the large Magnum Rainbow Slurpee. Will that complete your order?
I got no string fries, like regular...
Drop. 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 Let's make something out of nothing. Today we got a creamy chicken scampi. This is probably one of my favorite pastas. It's not too heavy, but has a whole lot of flavor. To some chicken tenders, add in some white pepper, throw in some onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, hit it with that chili powder, the best seasoning ever, smoked paprika, throw in some of them dried herbs, and then bam the salt like Emerald did. Your chicken should look seasoned like this. Add your chicken to a pan with some oil, cook it for a couple minutes till you get a nice sear. It should be looking and smelling good just like this. To that same pan, drop some butter in there, add some sliced cherry tomatoes, some minced garlic, throw in some chopped asparagus, bust down a lemon and squeeze the juice. Don't forget to grab that seed you dropped in there and take in the aromas. Add in some more of the seasoning, then crack open the wine bottle, take a sip, then add it into your sauce. When the wine cooks down, add in heavy cream, throw in some red pepper flakes, a little bit of that green if you know what I mean, cook up some angel hair, and that's it. All right, y'all. Let's make something out of nothing. Today we got a creamy chicken scampi. This is probably one of my favorite pastas. It's not too heavy.
It be times I know I be wrong. I be dead wrong. And I shouldn't be apologizing, telling people I'm sorry, my bad. But then in the back of my mind, I be like, fuck them people. It be times I know I be wrong.
I'm so glad I stopped texting people first. I haven't heard from a lot of people in a while. Promise you, if you stop texting people first, you will realize how many dead plants you've been watering. I stopped texting people first. I haven't heard from a lot of people in a while. Promise you, if you... I stopped texting people first. I haven't heard from a lot of people in a while. Promise you, if you stop texting people first, you will realize how... I stopped texting people first. Stop texting people first.
Authorities made a traffic stop on Northwest Boulevard near the skate park. Police and deputies surrounded the moving truck, and when they opened up the back, they found dozens of men inside, all wearing the same clothes. Coeur d'Alene Police Chief Lee White says the group appears to be associated with a white nationalist hate group. In all, 31 people were arrested and charged with conspiracy to riot. Police say the group had shields, shin guards, and at least one smoke grenade. Authorities made a traffic stop on Northwest Boulevard near the skate park. Police and deputies...
Zebras, all kinds of neat animals, and many that are on the endangered list. And we also do an educational show while we're here.
Okay, great. Well, let's see if the lemur wants to come back on my shoulder. One more time, let's see. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Let me see. She wants a little gray.
Okay, I see that black and white tail. But this is not a pet animal.
This is not. She is mainly used for educational purposes. Retail lemurs come from the island of Madagascar, right off of Africa, but because of their habitat being changed.
Where'd that wig go? It is an educational. Dang, Yolanda. Even if it takes 1 second of his time out that day, you want to call that girl. You gonna know that. Hey, you gonna know that. Or whatever he call you, whatever love or shawty, whatever nickname he gonna check up on you. But if a guy go the whole day without talking to you, sweetie, he don't like. Even if it takes 1 second of his time out that day, you want to call that girl. You gonna know that. Hey, you gonna know that. Or whatever he call you, whatever love or shawty, whatever nickname he gonna check up on you.
Hold on. This motherfucker finally came. It's about time. Oh, that motherfucker back there. Okay, let's see.
I am B3000. I am here to please you.
You're gonna please this motherfucker, alright? Let's see. Alright. Oral.
I can help you find flowers.
Okay. We ain't gonna worry about that. Let me whoop your shit.
Playing foot battery.
Okay, cut the music off. You know what? We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out.
Unauthorized area.
Okay, somebody say that?
Unauthorized area.
Oh, no. We definitely got some defective equipment in this bitch. I ain't even gonna hold you. Customer service. Customer service. Zebras, all kinds of neat animals, and many that are on the endangered list. And this motherfucker finally came. It's about time. Oh, that motherfucker back there. Okay, let's see.
I
Okay, cut the music off. You know what? We're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out.
Unauthorized area.
Okay, next time.
Unauthorized area.
Oh, no. We definitely got some defective equipment in this bitch. Tatum
gets inside. Bielitsa comes up short. Be named for Boston. Brown stumbles and loses it. And Tatum's got to win this matchup. Off fall-away shot. Brown way off. We've got a game of tic-tac-toe going on. We've got a game of tic-tac-toe going.
And what's the size?
Hello. Please understand that there are people in this world that are only in your life for personal gain. They are not there to motivate you, to love you, to build you up, to help you, or even to be a friend. They are there solely to benefit off of whatever you might bring to the table. This goes for friendships and relationships. They will you when you are on top, but the moment you fall, they will not be there. Somebody that loves you for you is going to be there for you, even when they know they have nothing to gain. Some people are there to drain you of all your energy, and then when you're left with none, they will go. So pay attention to the people that you when you have nothing to give, because those are the people that really love you. And at the end of the day, those are the people that really matter. Harmony. Hey, baby. If you count to...
I was on a flight back home, and this happened.
Steph Curry getting the matchup that he wants. Nobody believed that the Warriors can beat the green and white in Boston. Well, their point guard did. That's Steph Curry getting it done on.
Are you a member of YSL?
Well, I'm not signed to the label on papers.
What is YSL to you?
When we spoke on it, other than, the name of the label, Young Stoner Life Records, I told him my YSL means Young Successful Life because that's something that he has created. He is a young successful man himself, but also he is helping more young men and young women have successful lives, such as myself, for example. And that's why my YSL stands for Young Successful Lives, because that is what he has done, and that is what he is now creating and showing and putting into the community.
Is it Mr. Williams' communications with you that he wishes that people do not do drugs or alcohol or be a danger to the community?
Yes, sir. He has expressed that to me, and he has also expressed that to many others.
Sir, has Mr. Williams' tutoring and guidance to you taken you out of poverty and your family?
Yes, sir, it has.
Baby, I'm a gangster too. When it takes two to tango, you don't wanna dance. Baby, I'm a gangster too. When it takes two to tango, you don't wanna. Baby, I'm a gangster too. When it takes two to tango, you don't wanna dance. Baby, I'm a gangster too. When it takes two to tango, you don't want.
You are my honey bun sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin. You are my honey bun sugar plum, pumpy umby umpkin.
City street while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. This feels like a necessity, so this could be the death of me, or maybe just a better me. Now coming with the symphony. City street while trying to put my mind at ease, like finishing this melody. This feels like a necessity, so this could be the death of me.
You will have the best news coming tomorrow morning around 10. Use the sound and save it. You will have the best.
I don't want to move fast. I want to move correctly. I just don't want to waste no time. If it takes...
That boy says smoother than the lamb life. I shouldn't have wore these bitches in the daylight. I know.
I don't like to brag about expensive trips, but I just got back from the gas station. I don't like to brag about...
Hola.
Treat me like an option if you want.
After my last relationship,
people think that you're going to remain silent. And they're betting on your silence, hoping that you'll go along to get along. But they don't understand that they've pushed you too far. That there's another side of me that I try to keep in submission. But you tried to play me one too many times. God, y'all ain't helping me tonight. But God says, I need you to know your silent season is over. This year, I'm going to tell you how I really feel. This year is no holds barred. If you can't handle it, you might as well get out of my space, because I'm tired of biting my tongue, and I done ran out of cheeks to turn. think that you're gonna ball.
Man, you don't shut your motherfucking ass up, boy. You don't run shit at me goddamn time, boy. Fuck you talking about? That's why I don't fuck with y'all like that. Don't worry about what the fuck time I came to work. Nigga, I'm doing my motherfucking job. Don't say shit to me for the rest of the law. Man, you don't shut your... I can't really explain it. I'm so into you. I really like what...
Show me someone that lives in your house rent-free. Show me someone that lives...
I'm not saying life is beating my ass, but that bitch got hands. That bitch got hands. I'm not saying...
That's all I really need you to see.
So they got wings on it, though. Okay.
That jiggle right there.
Got the wings.
That's all I really need you to see.
So they got wings on it, though. Okay.
That jiggle right there.
Got the wings.
That's all I really need you to see.
So they got wings.
I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie.
I don't play. About this one here?
I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I ain't been getting...
My city on my back, I got 'em ripping me. Know I play with M's, must be but if she curved me. City had enforcers, still be dressing like I'm serving trap. Rookie of the year, I got the ball and they got nerves. Remember having mask on way before Corona hit. So 30 out the cross the plug, he went behind me, set the pick. I play like a beast, but my demeanor humble. Made me turn up, go so hard they got to retire my number. Big 12, unranked underdog. Train to go when I ball. Lost a turn of lessons, I can't see myself falling. Check me respectfully. I can't let my kid down, I'm building up my legacy. I can pick nobody, I'm just trying to be a better me. Introduction about to show you something that you ain't never seen. Go buy a ring, buy a chain, check. 2 watches, this 12. Come through and swim on you. I'm in the air. Boys, I said it done. Let me make one thing clear. What? True to it, not new